Hello, this is Leslie Lee, and welcome to Simply Tarot, where I give intuitive advice to empower your life. This is a reading for the Earth signs for January 8th through the 14th of 2018. This is a general reading, so not everything will apply to everyone. Please look at your moon and your rising sign videos for better clarity. Also, the timestamps will be in the description area below for your convenience. Now, the Earth signs are Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. Today we're going to start with Virgo. Virgo, you have the Nine of Swords or Nine of Athame in this deck and the Oracle card Why. So this week looks like you're trying to figure out why you're in the position you're in and how to get over any stresses or any worries that you've been having lately. There may be some things that come up that you have the tendency to kind of overthink or overanalyze or continually bring in your head over and over, kind of relive it and go through it again and again. These are the things that you're going to be contending with this week and trying to figure out solutions to. You may have some emotional or mental instabilities going on this week due to things probably outside of your control. This can cause you to kind of lose sleep or stress or worry, and the best thing for you to do during this time is to make sure that whatever you can control, you do your best to get it back in line, and whatever you can't control, you do your best to try to release that, because if you can't control it, there's no sense in, worrying and stressing over it. You have to trust that everything is going to happen for a reason and that everything will happen in your favor. And if there are questions that you need answers to, it's best that you move forward and do the research if you must to figure out those answers, especially if this will help decrease some of the worry and some of the stress and some of that, emotional, maybe even upset that you may feel about a particular situation. With love, this can be a situation where you're questioning why you're in the same position, why you go through the same things, why things happen the way they happen, why you take on what it is you take on, that sort of thing. It's a good time just to go deep and figure out what you can do to fix any issues that you may be contending with this week. If you can't go deep to do the research, then learn when it's necessary to let that element go, to let that part of the situation go, especially if you have no control over it. As long as you stick with your belief that things will work out for the best and in your favor, I do feel that you will help the situation improve, that you will help yourself get over whatever issue this is, and you'll get right back on that path so you're able to meet your goals. All right, moving on to Taurus. Taurus, you have 10 of Wands and the Oracle card Tick-Tock. Now, it looks like this is a week of things coming to an end, completion of things, so to say, especially in work. There may be some assignments or projects or duties that you may come to an end or you may be completing. And it can also be with schoolwork or any deadlines that you may have with your business or with your obligations. I do feel with the Tick-Tock Oracle card in support of the 10 of Wands that this is something that you were in a deadline with, and this is something that needs to be done this week or soon. And possibly for some of you, this thing needed to be done a long time ago. This can be something that you possibly put on the back burner for a little too long, and now it's time for you to get back to it, to get it done, to get it out there, to get it completed so you can move on to the next thing or your next goal or assignment. For some of you, the 10 of Wands could also indicate a trip, travel, or some plan to move, and this is also on a strict deadline. Possibly you had some plans for a trip or for a vacation or a relocation of some sort, and time is of the essence and you have to make a decision quick, or you're doing some last minute plans, that sort of thing. So in other words, the majority of you have to contend with the deadline. The majority of you have to make sure something is completed or done or ending at the time it's supposed to be ended, or at the time things are supposed to have come together, just to make sure you're staying on track with your plans and with the plans of the universe, because everything is happening for a reason. Everything is happening in a specific time, and you want to make sure that everything is set the way you've planned and the way that it's meant to be. So anything that you put on the back burner, anything that you put to the side and plan to finish later, this is the time to get on that and to get things moving again in that, with those projects and plans. All right, moving on to Capricorn. Capricorn, you have the Five of Swords or Athames in this deck and the Oracle card Observer. This looks like a week of making sure you kind of take a step back and look at your relationships. No matter which relationship this is, you want to make sure that you understand who has your back and who doesn't before you make any moves. So if you were thinking of tightening that close little circle or getting rid of some relationships that no longer serve you, this is a good time to just take a different perspective, kind of slow down, look at it from a different angle. You may be surrounded by people who you think are untrustworthy or not genuine. You may want to seek those people who do have your back, who are honest and who are authentic. And this is a week where the universe asks you to kind of look closely at the situation and don't make moves just yet, because you may have the tendency to make a snap judgment and you might have second guesses or possibly even regrets due to that impulsive decision. So just make sure you look at the situation from all angles. You take a neutral standpoint. You kind of take a step back, look at it from every angle possible before you decide what to do with that group of friends. Also, this can be with someone who you maybe heard some gossip about or heard some rumors. It's kind of a warning just to make sure you are more aware of what's going on before you make a move. Make sure you could trust those words that you're hearing and those things that people are saying before you decide what to do with that. So I want to thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for all your support. I will have more of these videos soon. So thank you, and until then, I'll see you soon.